Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry I've been away for a while, been a little busy, but I did promise an update for you all on our sitting room. If you remember last time, it was looking rather different, and I was going through a state of panic because I hate upheaval and anything like that happening. So I've had to take a few days after it was all done to calm down and rearrange and sort, as you know, and clean. Anyway, it's finished. It is finished, and here it is in all its glory, and I have to say we're very pleased with it, very pleased. The wallpaper, and we've got rid of if you remember, the very dark raspberry ripple, I think it was called, something like raspberry Bellini, I believe it was called. The dark red colour that was in the alcoves of the chimney breast. A colour I love, don't get me wrong. In fact, we have it in the dining room, but it was just too much here, I think, in this room. This room is north facing, doesn't get a lot of natural light. It's an overcast day today, but obviously it is summer, so it is quite bright. But in the winter, it's a very dark room. But this is our winter room. This is a room we sit in mainly in the winter. We have the wood burner. It is a cosy room, and I want it to be a cosy room. Our summer room is the garden room, which is through there. So I don't mind that, but it was just nice to make it that little bit brighter, and I think it makes it look bigger. It doesn't come across on this video very much, but it's not a small room. We have a lot of furniture in here, but I think it does come across as bigger. So I have my new cushions, which I'm really pleased with, which match, of course, the wallpaper, and the new curtains, the Laura Ashley Cranberry Wisteria. I was very lucky to get some cushions and curtains actually in this because it's a discontinued fabric, but they are beautiful. They are beautiful. I love them very much. I love this claret red here actually did match very well with the walls, but we've gone more for the cream background and throwing in a bit of green and what have you. But we're very pleased with it. We're very pleased with it, and of course it now matches. We go through into the dining room. Excuse Midge having something to eat. It matches in here too. Oops, don't want to look at me. So yes, so we have the same wallpaper in here, which has been up quite a few years actually. In fact, this room is probably the next one to be repainted, but I don't intend to get rid of the wallpaper. And then this is the raspberry Bellini, which is very, as you see, in your face, but what do you think, Midge? Do you approve? Midge approves. Yes, it does really. So yes, it's better. It is definitely better. Is this colour in this room rather than in the other room? And I think we probably will keep a similar colour on here when we have it redone. I think if we did it cream throughout, I think it might be a bit bland. I'm not a fan of cream. I do like my colour. My placemats, again, I've had a long time, and they are, as you can see, now they're getting worn, they're wearing away, because obviously they get spills on them, and you wash them, you wipe them down. This in particular has got very worn. But my very talented sister says it is possible to recover them because I have some wallpaper left, because I only had to do the chimney breast. Our lovely decorator Simon only had to do the chimney breast. So she says it's possible to cover them with some old wallpaper, glue it down, once it's dry you trim it off with a craft knife, and then you apply some coats of varnish and you can recover them. And she's very kindly offered to do that, so I'm very excited to see what they'll look like when they're done. It'll brighten them up no end, because you can't get them anymore. I've tried and there's none available. And these curtains that we have here are obviously the same, but I bought them a few years ago when we first had this room done, but they match the sitting room now. So all we did, we took these down and had them dry cleaned, along with the curtains that were in the sitting room, and we've now moved those upstairs into the bedroom. Word to the wise, I don't know if this is just here where we live, but the price of dry cleaning. Goodness gracious, has anyone ever had any dry cleaning done recently? I could have fallen through the floor. I very stupidly, when I took them in to be cleaned, bear in mind, it was 2 pairs of curtains. I mean, this is a fairly large window. It's a fairly wide window, double window. But the window in here isn't as big. It's quite a narrow window, but quite high. So I don't know. Anyway, I don't think they weren't full length by any means. 2 pairs of curtains, took them to the dry cleaners. She kindly said, I said, well, how much will it be? And she said, well, it depends on the length. We have to measure them. I said, fine, that's okay. She said, I can give you a ring this afternoon with the price if you like. And perhaps foolishly I said, oh, no, it's fine. They do need to be cleaned. And I left them there. And she phoned me on the Friday, took them in on the Wednesday. Said, yes, your curtains are finished now. And I said, oh, very good. Oh, well, are you open till, what time are you open till tomorrow, Saturday? She said, 4 o'clock. I said, oh, that's fine. My husband will call on his way home from work. How much is it? She said, it'll be altogether, it's £113.50. Hello? She said, are you still there? I went, yes, that's fine. Yes, my husband will pick them up tomorrow. You could have knocked me down with a feather. I guessed about £60 perhaps for the 2 pairs, £30 a pair, something like that. That was absolutely, I think, ridiculous. I could have bought a new pair of curtains. Maybe not Laura Ashley ones, but still. So just be aware, if you're thinking of having dry cleaning done, it's a ridiculous price, and I shan't be having any done again, quite frankly. And I mean, the ones that were hanging in here, as you probably remember, I mentioned before, the linings were, because I've washed them the first time I took them down. Do you know, my husband can never put his shoes straight on the shoe rack. I don't know why. Anyway, the linings were hanging down at the bottom on show because I washed them and they shrank, or the curtain shrank. So again, my very talented, kind sister came up last week and we had a lovely day, and I gave her a nice afternoon tea and a bit of money towards her petrol, and she very kindly, because it's like a 70-mile journey to come here, and she very kindly altered them for me so they don't show anymore. They look lovely. So that was really kind. And then I'd had them cleaned before that, and then she altered them, but I won't be doing it again. And she said you probably wouldn't need to now because they won't shrink anymore if you wanted to give them a cold wash. But I'm going to invest in a steam cleaner, I think. If anybody's got one, let me know what you think, if they're any good. Oh, I tell you what I did invest in recently, and I'll try and do a video of using it at some point in the future. I bought a window vacuum for cleaning. I have had struggled with cleaning windows for forever, really. I've tried all the old-fashioned recipes, vinegar and newspaper, lemon juice, every preparatory cleaner you can imagine, every type of cloth, and particularly in the garden room when we had this new roof done. We had the roof replaced last year, and you can only imagine the amount of mess that came down and was all over the windows. I must have washed the windows in here 4 or 5 times inside, and I could not get them clean. I mean, I haven't done the windows that you're looking at now with the new vacuum, but I have done these with it. And I mean, and it was actually our decorator who recommended it. Wasn't particularly expensive, and he says it makes washing your windows fun. It's quicker, especially when you've got lots of windows, as we have in here, full length windows. He said it's so much easier, and they come clean. And I felt like the dirtiest person in the world. All we did was these 2 patio doors, and then I did the window in here, obviously because it was newly decorated and new curtains up, and the dining room window, and the water was black. I was appalled. So yes, look at those lovely clean windows. So I will be doing the rest of the windows before we go on our holidays at the beginning of July. So if I get a chance, I may film my husband as he cleans them, because it would be easier if somebody cleaned and somebody else filmed. So and he's much more photogenic than I am. So there you are. So finished. Lovely, clean room, all done. So I'll probably do another gardening video fairly soon, because I've now got all my plants. I'm just waiting for my tomatoes. I've got my courgettes in now, and it's all growing nicely and looking great. But it's cold today. It's very cold today. You know, let's go through to the kitchen, show you outside. Yes, there's no sun today, which, you know, is no bad thing. I don't mind not having any sun. And I am managing to get my washing dry. But it's not sitting out in the garden or even gardening weather, really. I don't think today. Oh, you can have a nice look at the washing. There's nothing embarrassing on there, I don't think. Oh, there's some boxer shorts belonging to my husband, but I've got none of my underwear outside, so there we are. So there we go. So until next time, I'll see you all later.